Welcome back to Poem Sunday. This is the second in what I hope will be a long series of poetry reading for you, both of my own poems and of poems of other poets I admire and enjoy reading. So, if you live in Northern California like I do, you know that it's a wonderful weekend, very beautiful. Might be a good time to go to the beach. And not too far north, well, maybe a few hundred miles to our north, there's one of the most beautiful locations I've seen on the planet Earth at any time in my life, and I've traveled quite a bit in the past several years, but still, this visit sticks in my memory, and so I wrote a poem about it, and it was published about 10 years ago in the Cosumnes River Journal. And Heather Hutchinson is the editor there. She was the editor there for years. I believe she's still there. I know that she's still in our community teaching and doing all the wonderful things she does. But I wrote this poem about that visit to the beach when I was a teenager many years ago, but it sticks with me. So the poem is titled The Haystack at Canon Beach. Meringue tide buckles and quivers over Poseidon's craving fingers, conducting talons that lead a chorus under a fickle double smile moon. The rock is draped in sheets of chocolate satin, while we eavesdrop on an aria performed in sotto voce. So, a short poem, yes, that I hope you can appreciate. But I wonder how many people like me can imagine the sound of the coast as a song, or even a song sung as a whisper. And that's kind of the imagery that I came up with in the poem. On another note, where I grew up, far from the West Coast in Oklahoma, there was a poet who immigrated there from Russia. His family had lived in Siberia. His mother, I believe, was Ukrainian. Yevegeny Yevtushenko was one of the 20th century's finest poets. And I had the good fortune of getting to know him up close through his poetry, primarily in small venues around town. He would hold sometimes ad hoc, I would say, or scheduled at the last minute readings around town at small venues, and sometimes larger, sometimes at a performing arts center that held 1,000 people. But he was used to much larger audiences because when he was growing up, as a young man anyway, entering adulthood, Stalin's regime was in full charge, and Yevtushenko was one of the great opponents of Stalin and took up that mantle of activism against him. And he was deeply loved by many Russian citizens, not necessarily for his activism. I think that grew, and some loved him because of that. But as a poet, he just had a remarkable way with words. And Yevtushenko also developed as a cinematographer, as a playwright, etc. So, as a result of this sort of exploration in theater, I think he became a masterful reader, if that wasn't already innate. You know, he had already exhibited that in front of audiences of 100,000 people in an arena, and perhaps arenas around Russia. So going to hear him read was really remarkable. And I remember one occurrence in which he read the poem I'm about to read, The City of Yes and the City of No. And as he talked about the City of Yes, he walked through the audience, and he picked up a baby from its mother, kissed it on its forehead, tossed it into the air, caught it, hugged the baby, and gave it back to the mother, all while reciting the poem. The City of Yes and the City of No. I am like a train running for many years now between the City of Yes and the City of No. My nerves are strained like wires between the City of No and the City of Yes. Everything is deadly, everyone frightened in the City of No. It's like a study furnished with dejection. Every morning its parquet floors are polished with bile. Its sofas are made of falsehood, its walls of misfortune. Every portrait looks out suspiciously. Every object is frowning, withholding something. You'll get lots of good advice in it. Like hell you will. Neither a bunch of flowers nor even a greeting. Typewriters chatter, a carbon copy answer. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. And when the lights go out altogether, the ghosts in it begin their gloomy ballet. You'll get a ticket to leave, like hell you will, to leave the black town of no. But in the town of yes, life's like the song of a thrush. The town's without walls, just like a nest. The sky is asking you to take any star you like in your hand. Lips ask for yours without any shame, softly murmuring, ah, all that nonsense. And daisies, teasing, are asking to be picked. And lowing herds are offering their milk. And in no one is there even a trace of suspicion. And wherever you want to be, you are instantly there, taking any train or plane or ship you like. And water, faintly murmuring, whispers through the years. Yes, 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 yes. Only to tell the truth, it's a bit boring at times to be given so much, almost without any effort, in that shining, multicolored city of yes. Better let me be tossed around to the end of my days between the city of yes and the city of no. Let my nerves be strained like wires between the city of no and the city of yes. All right. It's been a pleasure to share these two poems with you. I hope you found one at least you like. Come back next week and see us at our next edition of Poem Sunday.